Hey everybody, I just finished up a freaking 2 hour long video. I'm starving, so this is going to be a short video, I think. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to work on. I can't remember. I think that, and I do think that that is a skill that's important. I believe I mentioned that last week too, that like coming up to speed on what you're working on is a skill that is not taught, and you have to learn it on your own. And I think everybody has their own way of doing it. Um, and um, you sort of, when you work in a place, you'll start to kind of come up with your scheme of figuring out, okay, I'm shifting from one project to another. I do know that all of my active projects are at GitHub, and I do know that I have them in here. And so at this point, I know that I'm either going to be working on my flashcards or my say hello. And now I think the next thing I typically will do is, let me go ahead and close this. That last video was such a game changer, such a really career changer for me. Um, like I think it's one of the most important pieces of knowledge that I've learned in quite some time, and that's what the heck is going on with circular dependencies and why do we have them? And I do think that it sums up to circular dependencies happen a lot in Angular because we throw we have classes, and we have two different kinds of things in our classes. One is services, and we put basic knowledge functionality in the same service that we put um, the classes, that we put the stateful information that we want. So the example I gave is, and ChatGPT gave it, it's like, I have 4 potatoes in my refrigerator. We as a group have 4 potatoes in the refrigerator. If we eat one, now there's only 3. That's stateful information. The stateless information is, how how do you cut a potato? How do you, like, the instruction, your ingredients, things that tell you how to do things. And I've always just thrown those two together. I've never even considered the idea that maybe stateful stuff should be isolated from informational stuff or behavior stuff. Like, um, and I just never really considered that. To me, they've always been like something that should just sort of all be together. It's no big deal. But you will run into these circular, these dependency injection circular issues if you do that. So, anyways, I already forgot. Oh, we don't know. I know that I'm either going to be working on flashcards or I'm going to be working on um, Say Hello. So it looks like, since Say Hello is farther down on this list, that I must work on Say Hello on Saturdays. So let's go to Say Hello. Now, the next thing is, I do have my GitHub up still. So let's click into Say Hello. Let's just see what we have. We have 2 issues. So we have one, oh, we've assigned both of them. Set up the, so we have set up DreamHost deployment, which I can't remember. I think we might have got that working. Let's click in here. Let's see. We do have a branch. Is that what branch? We are on the branch. We have our validated title. This. Oh, okay, so I think we might have been in here. Let's see. This is a very fun game. Ethos. The second version is so fun. I mean, my kids play it. My kids are adults; they're all grown adults, but we love playing that game. Is it? I think it must be this one. Deploy Angler on GitHub, but so this is flashcards. Okay, so that wasn't flashcards. All right, let's go ahead and look in here in our package file, and that's kind of a relief because now I can. Oh wait, this is different though because we have 2 package files. This is not the one, but I'm going to close everything else. Others. So if we come in here into our, not our Cypress, but into our Say Hello UI application, it has a package JSON of its own. So we have this build. Byte coverage V8. I really wish they had named it V8. Okay, so it doesn't look like we ever built out a Say Hello um, um, what am I trying to say? We never built a Say Hello um, uh, build. So we need like a Say Hello build, like SH build for Say Hello. And that we have to add something to it so that we can. Or I think alternatively, so let's close others. Um, and I think we need to add something in our angler.json. And in the angler.json, we need to tell it. Oh, no, we have that build target. Say hello UI build production. Oh, no, that's not right. Okay. So if I remember correctly, what we need to do is we need to actually do a build to say hello. Now, the thing is, um, and what it'll do is, because the problem is, okay, I probably should just show the problem. All right, so if I go to FTP, and unfortunately I can't show the FTP beyond. Leave the cat alone. Leave the cat alone. Get, get, get. I would love to show my husky on here. He's a big boy though, and he's tormenting the cat, and the cat he loves it. He just wants to play with the cat. That's all he wants. He really doesn't, but the cat does not trust him because he looks like a wolf. But he's the sweetest animal I've ever seen. Um, anyways, all right. So we want to. Okay, so I'm gonna launch my FTP TP, and so since I already have, I'm gonna put this at I like email front slash say hello. So if I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go to www dot I like email and see right now I have voice, which I literally use every single day at work. To me, there is nothing more useful than being able to say to check on this because for some reason our microphones don't always consistently work. But if you click on this button here, do this, hello, and you see the hello come up, your microphone's working, everything's working fine. And then you can go to Teams and it all works perfectly. Now I want to be, I think it's gonna be say and hello. That is where I want to go. It's not showing up right now. And so what I need to do is I need to go into my FTP account, into my FTP thing, client, I guess, FTP. It's called FileZilla, and I say open. And I think unfortunately I can't show you me doing it on here, but what'll happen is I can, let's see, I don't see anything. So this is what it looks like. All right, so now what I can do is I can click on this thing and it'll show me a list of my sites. So I need to do that off camera. And the reason I need to do that off camera is because it does show my username. And I don't want like that to be um, visible. So anyways, when I click that, and I actually happen to already be on I like email, um, so I can connect to that. And within that actual application, I can create a new folder. Um, so I'm clicking in, I'm finding, and see, I already have a flashcards, but I don't have a voice. So I'm gonna say create directory, and I'm just gonna say dash hello, and it's just an empty directory. There's nothing in there. And since I created it, I can hit this and I can click enter, and see now I have my empty. before I would have got a 404, and it's kind of a pain in the butt because then it kind of stays up here and it's kind of a pain. So that's my say hello directory. Now I can FTP my application out there. So if I come over here and I say, let me just close this because we are not going to finish this today because I am not going to go much longer because I'm effing starving. npm. Oh, okay. cd. I think it's say hello UI. And I'm going to say, if we go into here and we look, we see that we don't have a dist directory. So npm, I guess I should do an npm start. And then I'm going to come over this one. I'm going to go say hello UI. And this is going to be an npm run build. And what'll happen is we'll get new a new folder in here. It's going to be called dist, and then inside of dist, I believe there is a directory folder. I think this will be a little faster. It is wild because there isn't really much to this thing, but we're going to have a bug, and the bug is just a spoiler alert. The bug is that it's not going to be able to find any of its JavaScript or its um, CSS. So this got built. So now if I go there and I go to localhost 200, oh, oh man, oh, yeah. So this is the application at localhost 4200. This is what we have at ilikeemail.com. So let's see if this got done building yet. Okay, so this is all done building. Gosh, I feel like it might have built faster than it rendered. See, now we have this dist folder. See, we have this browser folder. I don't know what that pre-rendered routes.json is. And we have these. So I'm going to go into my code, into my FTP, and I'm going to FTP this up. And this used to work perfectly everywhere. Um, but it doesn't anymore, which is kind of a bummer. So basically, I'm just off screen. I'm going to the say hello and say hello UI, and I'm going into dist. Then I'm going into say hello UI again. I'm going into browser, and now I'm going to FTP. So basically, I'm just going to select every file. There's only four. There's index.html, main, HL5Q, and fave icon and style. So I'm just going to upload these. So I can right click on it and I can just hit upload and it will upload all of them. So they're done. That's what that bell meant. I hit reload and voila, it's broken. And the reason it's broken is because if you look in this network tab, and I think it used to work, but maybe not. Maybe we just, but see, it's trying to get this say hello off of I like email. So if we click on this, we can actually look at the header. We can see it's trying to get it off the root. But it really needs to get it off of say hello. And I cannot remember. Maybe we used to actually manually do this all the time. I don't think so though. Um, but I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to my index file. And I think I can just I can just add that there. And I believe it'll then work. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't matter. That is definitely not the right solution. Um, I, but um, so now it's asked me, do I want to override it? Yes. Okay, so that didn't fix it either. Um, that's weird. Preview, header. Okay, so it still tried getting it there, even though that was not there. Uh, base href. It's kind of wild. Maybe if I just did this, I'm just like I said, do not do this. This is not the right way to do this. I will do it the right way in the near future, but and then like you can automate it. Like that might be one route. You don't want to manually be updating it. I mean, I guess there's nothing horribly wrong about manually updating. Inspect this. And unfortunately, inspect doesn't actually give you, it's view page source that'll actually give you. So now that's style and modules. So that's weird. Maybe I had a, that's weird. So it's still going through there. Um, what about, and like I said, I'm just screwing around now. So if I made this slash say dash hello. And see, the thing is the next time I build, all of this will get over it. So you kind of have to do a configuration so that you get this stuff. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that fixed it. Obviously, well, not obviously, but for me, that's probably not the approach. I don't want to have to manually go in and modify the file every time. So I believe there's something that we can set up in JSON. Um, and in this where are you? Why are you like that? In here in this I think we can build like a build target and we can set that up in angler.json. Okay, so I'm just going to do this in new chat. So say hello project. Project questions. Dash question. Okay, so I to FTP my um, Angular app, Angular dist app to a to what I'm hoping for. So right now, I'm done. I'm done. Done. But I do want to set myself up so that next Saturday when I work on Say Hello, I have this to look up. Um, and I think I need to update my angular.json file and create a new, and add script for anything that script for Sailor. Why? Can I change this? Rename. Oh, maybe, it might be useful to Saturday. So tomorrow is flashcard Sunday. Yeah, that'll be better. Um, so yeah, update the Angular JSON. Basically, we're gonna do this. Did it? What? Usually under here. Okay, you need from search for subfolder. Where's the say hello thing? This is really. Oh, your app name. I think this is. No? Okay, okay, so it's telling me to update my app name. And, oh, base href. Say hello. Relative. Okay. Which I think is like what I tried to do. It ignored build say hello, deploy say hello. Yeah, so I think that's what I want to do. So I want to do this build, and then yeah, say hello build, and this will do this one. Okay, okay, so this won't be the only one, but the only place I also plan deploy to GitHub. That changes things a bit. Yeah, see, the thing is yeah, we don't want to hard code it. We want to have like two different lines, and there's like a couple ways, like we could do this and then tell it what the base riff is in here, which I do like that a lot. Um, so apparently it's saying I could FTP it. Uh, I don't know that. I don't really want to put my username and password. Um, and then so I think Angular.json. See, I think I want to create. I don't know. It's like tell me what I want. Okay. Uh, I think I want to create two options in Angular.json. I feel like that was what it put me build. Yeah, see, that's what I want. Configuration Salo, configuration GitHub, and then yeah. So this is what we want to do. That's what we're going to do next week. It will not solve all of our problems. Like it'll get this working and all that, but once we get routing, things will get weird again. And if I remember correctly, we'll need to create like an what's called an h access file for DreamHost to push out there so that if somebody goes directly to one of the routes, it re it pushes it back, and then I think for some freaking reason it just works at GitHub IO. There's at GitHub it will show a failed network request, but then do the right one. But the thing is like so when I was trying to deploy my uh, voice application, I had like problem after problem all stacked up into each other. It was very difficult for me to figure out what the true problem is. Anyways, I have got to go. Like I said, I'm starving. That last video took forever. I do think that that was a like a, just a massive move forward for me, most on a understanding perspective. Like that, those dependency injections, circular uh, bugs just freaking would drive me crazy in the past. And so I'm really glad that I kind of like we had a class that is like a shared class, injectable service. And in that class, we have functionality. And just the concept of separating those two out never crossed my mind. And it's so obvious in retrospect, but like literally for a decade, that situation has been very muddled in my mind. I've never been able to understand it. So it was worth a 2 hour video for that. But yeah, and that is going to be like oh, huge. Just an absolute huge game changer for my future. If you know, so assuming everything goes as I expect things to go. Always happy coding, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.